Hello everyone, this is Brooke Chappelle, and the topic I chose for chapter 14 is how the once enslaved people defied freedom and how they made it real for themselves and their children. These are the sites that I used for this video, and here are people celebrating their freedom from slavery. So after the Confederate States rejoined the United States, all slaves were declared to be free. And because of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, that was able to happen. And black people were also given the right to vote. At first, it was only 8%, but despite racist people who didn't want black people to vote, trying to prevent them from voting and stuff, the percentage of black people voting soared to over 80%. The second way that they made freedom feel real to themselves was their right to get an education. Even though schools were segregated, black students were still able to get access to a very helpful amount of information. And those students then bring what they learn in school back to their parents and sometimes older siblings. And even though the parents and sometimes older siblings are laboring all day to keep their kids in school, they and their siblings in school, they still made sure to get at least an hour of studying in every single day. And there were a few reasons why people they decided to get an education. One reason was to simply, it was a way that they defined freedom, and it was a way to make it real for themselves. And another way was so that they could contact relatives. And another reason why was so they could read the Bible and other religious purposes. And another reason was because of political reasoning. The third way that they made freedom feel real for themselves was that they were able to open their own churches and worship how they wanted. These were the churches were the largest structures available for freed people in many communities, and thus were used by a variety of community organizations. So they held their own weddings there because they were able to get married legally, and they were able to have their own festivals there. And of course, other events were held. And churches were also a place where they could talk about their political interests without feeling like racist people are interfering. And that is my video for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.